When you think about who builds an AI system, you probably picture a hardcore technologist, right? Someone who lives and breathes code. But what if the architect was different? What if they came from the front lines of deeply human work? Well, that's exactly the story we're diving into today. The story of Ayesha Ikram and Qasimo Systems.
Wow, okay. This quote right here, it really sets the stage for everything we're about to talk about. It points to a massive difference, and it's not about the tech itself, it's about perspective. It suggests that the real secret ingredient is the lived experience of the person building the system, and that changes everything.
All right, so let's dig into that difference, shall we? It all starts with a simple but really powerful fact. The person building this system has actually sat in the practitioner's chair. They've been on the other side of the desk. And here's that contrast, laid out plain and simple. On one side, you have your typical tech consultants. Their whole world is technology. But then you have Ayesha Ikram. Her path started somewhere completely different, in the trenches of some of the most human-intensive environments you can imagine. And look, this isn't just a fun fact for a bio. No way. This is the bedrock of a totally different approach to building things. So when you start from a foundation like that, it's no surprise that it leads to a really unique conviction. Let's get into the why behind it all, the core philosophy that drives every single thing Qasimo builds. Now, this is so important. This guiding principle didn't come from some tech manual. Think about it. When you're working in the NHS or for a charity, a badly designed system isn't just an annoyance. It's not just about lost productivity. It can cause real, actual harm to people. And when you've seen that firsthand, it forges this deep, unshakable belief that technology must serve human needs first. Always. And this just nails the mission, doesn't it? The goal here isn't to replace the human touch with automation. It's the exact opposite. It's about protecting it. It's like building this smart, automated fortress around the practitioner, a system that handles all the administrative grunt work so they are free to do what only they can do, that deep, human, high-impact work. Okay, so you might be wondering, how do you actually build something like that? It's a great vision, but how does it become a reality? Well, this is where a very deliberate and kind of unconventional journey comes into play, creating this perfect blend of the human and the technical. Yeah, this path was anything but an accident. It was constructed, piece by piece, with total intention. First, getting that deep empathy by working in those human-first environments. Then, methodically going out and, on her own, nailing one of the toughest tech certifications in the business. And finally, layering on top of all that, formal training and coaching and how people actually think and feel. You can see it, right? Each step is like another plank being laid down to build a bridge between these two worlds. And what you end up with is this incredibly rare combination of qualifications. I mean, on one side, you've got serious technical firepower, Google Cloud Architect, AI automation design, but then on the other side, you've got the credentials for deep human understanding, ICF coaching, positive intelligence, NLP. It's having both of these in one person. That's the magic. That's what makes this whole approach so unique. So what's the bottom line here? It's this. When someone with a coaching background architects your client onboarding, they're not just thinking about a workflow. No, they're thinking about the psychology of trust. They're asking, what's the perfect timing for that follow-up? What's the exact language that builds confidence? When does a check-in feel supportive instead of intrusive? That's a completely different level of design. Okay, so we've got the why and the who. Now let's get into the what. What does this infrastructure actually look like in the real world? What are the tangible systems that get built for established coaches and consultants? First up is something called GEO, or Generative Engine Optimization. The easiest way to think about it is SEO for the age of AI. It's the work of structuring your expertise online so that when your ideal clients ask questions to tools like ChatGPT, the AI points to you as the authority. It's how you get found in this brand new landscape. And building this GeoLayer involves some pretty specialized work. It's about strategically reshaping your content, making sure your terminology is super consistent, managing authority signals across all platforms, basically doing everything needed to make it a no-brainer for AI models to see you as a trusted source. Next up, we have the operational backbone of the practice. Agentic Workflow Systems. These are the powerful automated engines that are designed to handle the entire client journey, from their very first click to their final session, freeing you from having to do it all by hand. So what does that look like? Well, imagine an AI sales agent that qualifies your leads 24/7, or an AI onboarding agent that makes sure every new client has a perfect, seamless first couple of days.
You could even have an AI proposal agent that drafts personalized proposals in minutes, not hours. Each one is a piece of a bigger, automated, and totally human-aware system.
So you combine these systems, the geo layer making you visible and the agentic workflows handling operations. What do you get? What does a practice like that actually feel like? Well, the ultimate goal is something we can call the invisible architecture. The vision is a practice where every client gets a seamless, attentive experience, not because you're working around the clock, but because the infrastructure is built to deliver that for you. The technology is so reliable and so well designed that it just fades into the background, protecting your time and energy for the work that actually matters. And this is the key takeaway. Reaching that state of effortless operation isn't some productivity fantasy. It's not about finding a magic app. It is an architectural achievement. It requires someone who can design a foundation that is both technically precise and incredibly human intelligent. Which leaves us with one final question to think about. It's not about the cost of building these systems. It's about the ongoing, often hidden cost of operating without them, in lost time, in missed opportunities, and in the sheer mental weight of managing it all yourself. What is that really costing you?